I mean, I got reached out to by Tumo about a year ago about coming out and giving a workshop here. I do this all the time. I travel to film festivals around the world, and I always give little master classes and things like that. And I teach at USC in LA. I teach film students in college. And when I was given this incredible opportunity to come out here and talk to and work directly with young students here in Armenia who were already in this amazing program, specifically about filmmaking and the American style of filmmaking, the business of filmmaking, it trumped everything else. I grew up as an Armenian American, and I've always been involved in Armenian mutunes and organizations. That to have an opportunity to combine my filmmaking life with my Armenian life in one, it was a no-brainer. To me, like I've been in Armenia for 2 weeks, and I've tried to make the most of the trip. I've been personally seeking out other filmmakers here in Yerevan. I'm meeting with the Golden Apricot Film Festival and all sorts of various beacons of filmmaking here in Armenia, so that I can learn about what's happening in the country and see if I can help support in any possible way, and see if I can be part of it in any way. So coming to Armenia was giving back to the kids, and personally trying to see if I can give back to the whole country as a whole as well.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, could you tell us what you're doing?
We are now editing, and we are now searching free music for our video.
So you made a video?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about?
It's about love. It's love story.
Yeah.
About a dream that if you want, you can make it a reality.
And is it easier finding music for a dream?
But it's without music, it's nothing, I think.
It's boring. And did you do the filming yourself? Did you write the script?
Yeah.
What did you do for this film?
We did it together. We did everything together. We shoot together. We write a script together. Everything we did by ourselves. And now.
So what is
together?
Yeah.
We have some disagreements together, but finally we find the right way.
Yeah. Which was your favorite part?
I guess when they started to talk with each other in the film.
Blown away. I mean, what I found was a tight-knit community of artists that all work together to help each other. Everybody knows each other. It seems like there's a sense of family amongst the artists that I've met with. So many of whom are doing incredible projects, both that are very Armenian in their original nature, but also not necessarily. With the kids here at Tumo, my mind was blown when I met these 13 to 17-year-olds. I found that they were already as good at filmmaking as I was when I was 21, and I was alarmed. I was like, wait, what am I going to teach them? They already know half of everything that I know. So in general, I think Armenia is young in this filmmaking industry, but I think it's very strong. I think our people, as just through our history, we have a rich culture of storytelling and a rich culture of art. I think you're seeing that in all of the works that not only that the kids are making, but rather that Armenian filmmakers in town are making.
Which was the most difficult part?
I think it's the most difficult.
Yes, it's the most difficult part about shooting and about finding music too, because it was hard
I think
to shoot.
shooting was the most difficult because we shoot in it's like mirror.
We shoot it with a window, and it was hard because you can see yourself on the window, and it was hard to shoot.
I think what's interesting is I think focusing on what's happening now and the seeds that are being planted now, again, speaking from firsthand experience and working with the children here at TUMO and some of the young filmmakers I met around town, I think there is this hunger within everybody now to have their story be told, and I think it's in spite of the fact that the last 15 years may have been, as you mentioned, dark. I genuinely think that from the darkness, a seed of light can grow. My Big Fat Armenian Family was my first movie I'd ever made. I shot on my dad's home video camera, spent $800 on the film, and it really was my love letter to being Armenian. I think it was really a story that was about the Armenian-American experience. What I was stunned to find was that my friends who were Hispanic or Greek or Chinese all could relate to it, because it's a story of the immigrant family coming to America for a better life. And while it was definitely full of satire and poking fun, if you've seen the movie, it does ultimately have a message of love at the end and acceptance. And for me, I think what I took out of that film that I've carried with me my entire career is, one, a never-ending love and thankfulness to all the Armenians that supported me, that gave me my start. But secondly, like the idea that films should be entertaining, but at the same time, at its core, should always be a moment of love and heart. And to me, My Big Fat Armenian Family, while it's such a small and very tiny film for me, I think if you watch the rest of my movies, you'll always find that like common thread of something being beneath the humor or beneath the fun or beneath the thrills, that there's always got to be something to say. I can't wait to make another Armenian movie again. And I think for me, I've always kind of subscribed to the philosophy of Bartsar, that in order to help others, you first must help yourself. And I've dedicated the last couple of years of my career to like building a reputation and building relationships in Hollywood, so that one day when I've decided that the time is right, I can now say I'm going to make an Armenian movie, and it's not going to be as much of an uphill battle, but rather people saying, okay, we like your projects, you're doing a good job, we're in. I think what was great about My Big Fat Armenian Family was that it was an example of a video that went viral before the word viral was defined. That word didn't exist back then. I think nowadays it's so much easier for children to make, or for anybody to make films for no money. The only thing that's become harder is that there's more noise. There's more videos being made out there. I think in this particular class, what we've been focusing on is making 2-minute short videos that have the potential to go viral, but specifically videos that have no dialogue. We want the students to make things that could be universally accepted, that could be globally relatable. And both as a video to make about the Armenian community, both as a video to make outside the Armenian community, I think absolutely it's still very much possible. And I genuinely think that that's the way to go about getting attention these days. Incredible talent in this class. When I showed up, I was getting ready to teach them all sorts of stuff, and I was like, they're like, Sev, we already know all that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we made a lot of the emphasis of this class real business. Like, how do you raise money for movies? If once you make the movie, how do you sell the movies? How do you make a career in Hollywood? How do you actually build a reputation for yourself? Things that the students were hungry for, and I think things that they're going to excel at, especially with the background and education that they've received from TUMO and leaders like myself and other people who visited.
So, what do you guys think you're going to do with everything you learned today? Are you going to use it somewhere later?
Yes, of course. We both want to become film directors, and I guess that this workshop was very important and necessary for us. Yeah, the knowledge that we got here.
So you've already decided you're going to be film directors. When I was your age, I had no idea what I was going to become when I grew up.
I want them to be film directors so that they can hire me one day, so that they can give me a job.